My name is Ian Harris, and my 15-112 term project is a game called CleverWing, a variation of the Facebook game Everwing. Like Everwing, the goal of CleverWing is to shoot the monsters and bosses and collect coins and gems to score points. The splash screen here gives three options. You can equip for battle, read the instructions, or view the high scores. So we'll start with the instructions. It gives a list of what to do and how to play the game and what certain buttons can do. And at the bottom, there is a button to view the list of items. There are 4 items that you can get when killing a monster or boss. There is the invincibility flower, the double firepower clover, coins which are worth 1 point, the most common item, and gems which are worth more points. Notice that as you mouse over a description of an item, it doubles in size. So you can hit the back button or escape to go back. Escape automatically takes you back to the splash screen. The back will take you to the instruction screen. So now let's equip for battle. The first thing you do is select a fairy. You can hover over a fairy to view a description. Each fairy except Simple Sally has 1 advantage and 1 disadvantage, as you can see here. So we'll select Patricia, and if you decide that you selected the wrong fairy, you can hit back and select a new fairy. So now you select 2 dragons. Like the fairies, you can hover over them and read their descriptions. So I want to weaken bosses, so I'll pick Not My Boss Nancy. And if I want to start the game right now, I can't, no matter if I click on the Start Game button, and you get an error message, select 2 dragons. So I go do that, I right-click on Clarice, so now I have 2 dragons, and I can start. Now, in CleverWing, the monsters do not fly straight down at you, instead they converge horizontally on you. You can see how that as you kill the monsters, they release items, and your fairy and dragons, except for Nancy, automatically shoot bullets. And the program checks to see if the bullets are colliding with the monsters, and if they are, it lowers their health, and the monsters eliminate when their health reaches 0. And the program also checks to see if the fairy is colliding with a monster, because the game ends then. And now here's a boss. I'm going to press T to turn off firing for now. The way the boss fires, unless you're with Beefield Betty, is that it generates a grid across the bottom half of the screen, and then randomly places up to 10 obstacles in the grid, excluding the edges, so that there is always a path for the bullet to reach the fairy. Then, before firing a bullet, the boss takes the fairy's location and affixes that to a node, and then uses Maze Solver to compute the path that the bullet should take, and then fires a bullet, which then follows that path. Now, it would not be fair if the bullets could just move all the way across the bottom of the screen to hit the fairy, so most of the time, the bullets will automatically obliterate when they hit the bottom row. However, if the user is just hiding under an obstacle, the bullets will keep going across the bottom row to prevent the user from just hiding and shooting at the boss, because then the user couldn't die. So we'll turn firing back on, and there you kill the boss. It releases multiple items, and then more monsters start coming, then your level increases. Now, if a monster collides with a fairy, you die, and a widget appears asking for your name. So I'll put in my name, hit enter, and then it directs you to view the high scores. And the high scores are saved to a text file, which the program reads and writes after each game, if the user is in the top 10. And then you can hit escape or the button in the bottom right to go back to the main menu and restart. And now if you click on high scores, your score is there.